Hi guys. So we were gonna do a video about formic acid, but
No, yeah.
but that was a mistake. We couldn't get a hold of my mentor for that. So now the giant mentor is gonna. He said no. Lonnie's the president of our community, and Lonnie's gonna show us What are you doing?
It's an oxalic treatment for virility.
And can you elaborate a little on that?
Yeah. Virility came into the United States somewhere around 89, give or take a little bit. They came in through, my understanding is through either Florida or into Texas. And when they got started there, it didn't take them very long to spread across the entire state or country, the United States. The European honeybee has no real way of dealing with them. They were on the Asian bees, but the Asian bees could deal with them and clean, and they coexisted. The mite lives on the bee. Actually, lives on it. It feeds on the bee itself.
So symbiotic.
Right.
Okay.
And so at that point, they started to they cause all kinds of diseases in the bees to become active and then kill out the hive. They actually kill their host eventually.
Okay.
And so you have to treat to get rid of them. You have to deal with them. And there was a lot of hard chemicals being used over the years to try to deal with them. And they would work for a while, and then there was an immunity. They would build up an immunity to the treatment, and they'd have to change the treatment. In Europe, and they found that formic acid and oxalic acid, they don't build up an immunity. But it took a while for those two items to become legal in the United States. And so now they're legal to use against the mites, and you gas the mites using, it's just this is a small vaporizer. You place I'll put some in it, we'll go outside because it'll fume. You put a small amount in here, it fumes, the gas goes through the hive and kills the mites. This hooks to a battery, a 12-volt battery, and that's all it takes and it's just oxalic acid, which is wood bleach.
Oh, no way.
And you can buy it in any hardware store, and it's a relatively cheap, and it's an effective treatment, but it's time consuming. So the commercial people have trouble using it because hobbyists are dealing with 2 to 10 hives, where a commercial person's dealing with 8,000, 5,000 hives.
Right.
It would take them weeks to get through, and you got to treat them 3 times, so once a week. It would be an endless project for them. They have trouble dealing with formic acid or oxalic. Formic acid is in a pad, and they can just place that on the individual hives. You can use formic acid in the spring, and you use oxalic acid during the summer and in the fall. If you tried, formic acid kills the mites inside the capped brood, where this oxalic acid will not kill inside the capped brood. So formic acid is far more effective, but it can be hard on queens. And so if you try to do it in the fall, you may end up injuring a queen. Well, in Montana, in the fall, you can't get queens. So
Right.
you have then, your hives are going to die out because they can't build a new queen. There won't be time.
Wow. And then you said 3 times that it has to be done.
Right. What you do is you pick a day like Saturday, and then you would treat the hive on Saturday for 3 consecutive weeks, because that coincides with the brood cycle, the life cycle from the egg to the brood hatching, and the mite has the same life cycle. So it's an effective way to kill mites.
Okay.
Where formic acid is a one-time treatment, oxalic acid, you have to do it 3 times because it doesn't penetrate the cap going
Okay.
into the brood.
Okay.
I'll go get a open one. This one's not open. I'll get an open one and we'll step outside here in a second and
Okay.
fire this up.
Awesome.